Oh, and thanks for joining us tonight. This is the second version of that, which we owed you one from yesterday. I haven't done a book review or a booklet review in some time, and we have one here by sent to me from Rabbi K.A. Schneider. I don't know if you've seen it. Well, in the Nearness of God. It's from January of this year. And I love Rabbi because he speaks or preaches in a way that most of today's pastors do not. So let's take a listen now. It's 4 chapters. It's a very short book, easy read. I think it's what, about 30 pages? Let's see here. 24, 25, 26, 27 pages. But, don't let it fool you. It's jam-packed. So today we're going to look at the pattern of intimacy, saying, dwell in the nearness of God. Well, what does that mean to you? See, he talks about worship is at the heart of dwelling in the presence of God. Do you do that? See, the Hebrew word for worship is shaka. And it's actually an action word because it means we actually do something active and alive. I don't think a lot of people know that. Most people think, well, maybe worship's like a sacrifice. And in the Old Testament days, there was much sacrifice. Even from that, after Adam and Eve were expelled from the garden, Cain and Abel, and the Lord also making coats for both Adam and Eve. So, in the book of Exodus, the purpose of the tabernacle was that he could dwell within us, or with us. Emmanuel, God with us. See, that promise is already at work. A mystery. And if we wanted to know how to relate to him, worship him, walk with him, and serve him, well, we're going to have to study what the tabernacle and the sacrifices were all about, aren't we? So we study the priesthood, the ones who were called to draw near God, continual sacrifices. And you know, when the priests offered sacrifice, the presence of Yahweh fell in the camp among the people. You know, in many churches today, Christians do come to be blessed. There's nothing bad about being blessed, but in the tabernacle, the priests, they came to bless Yahweh. And so, why do we go to church? Is it for us, what we get out of it? Or is it for what we give back to the people in the church, to the community, and to God? See, too much time is spent on the sermon about us. And when you think about it, how much time is spent on actually worshiping God? See, worshipers came to bless God, not man's need, which we often put at the center. And they came to God in reverence, and prostrated themselves in reverence and awe. Today people go to services. They rarely go to give Yahweh the praise and the glory and the sacrifice due him. In fact, instead of reverence, they approach him rather casually, as if he's their best buddy, friend. He may be all that, but he's still God. And he still demands quite awe, respect, quite a bit of high view. Most of us don't have that high view, even in the church. People today come to church like they're consumers. See, it's about what the church and God can do for me, do for them. What did I get? I'm not giving an offering. Look at that sermon's not worth $2. What a waste of time that was. I would have rather been reading the Sunday paper down at Starbucks among the community. I would have rather been at the beach. I would have rather been playing golf. I would have been rather than watching the NFL or the NBA or the baseball game of the week. I would have been better off playing music. Is this service going to be short enough for me? Oh, man. 3 hours? Are you kidding me? No way. Yeah, And this music, I'm not so sure I like the singer up there. It sounds like country or something. Or maybe it sounds like the local discotheque or the bar. See, we come to church sometimes for the wrong reason. Some of them, churches, are cutting up sandwiches, serving lemonade, coffees, cappuccinos, while the people are still worshiping. Oh, excuse me, I don't want to bother you, but you might want to put that down. See, people sample a church and then they decide whether they want to come back or not, or if they like it. That's not the way it used to be, or that's not the way it should be. See, worship isn't about our comfort. It's about abandoning ourselves and giving ourselves to God. In fact, God says in the Bible, he used to say, still says, "Let no man come before me empty-handed." That's Exodus 23:15 and 34:20. You wouldn't go visit somebody's house without a household gift or something. You wouldn't show up just empty-handed. See, the goal is to make him the center of our lives, not us to be the center of attention and giving nothing of our lives to him. It's only when we're in line with him, making him the focus, that we place ourselves in a position to experience and dwell with him. A result then that is blessed to be with him. Alignment. The master of the universe, the one who made and created all things, seen and unseen, for him. You know, Romans 12:1 says, we're going to worship God, right? Presenting him the sacrifice of our lives forever and ever. And we're going to read in Revelation 4, the entire creation. Imagine that. Billions of people over time is going to worship God. And they're going to cast their crowns down. For the living sacrifice goes to Yahweh. If it wasn't for Jesus' sacrifice, we would all be toast. We scream, oh, I want my rights. And what we deserve is hell. But God's unlimited mercy and grace, stepping in, saying, Father, forgive this one. I'll take his penalty. And pays the price with his own blood, his own body. Now tomorrow, join us for chapter 2, a royal priesthood. Until then, I look forward to seeing you. And if you don't have one of these, you might want to ask Rabbi, discover the Jewish Jesus, how you can get one. I'm sure I'll send you one. In fact, you should become a supporter of that program. It's a good program. Usually I think it's on about 11:30. I don't know if it's on the 91.9 station that I listen to or Sirius. But either way, he's heard on a lot of stations. Rabbi Kirt A. Schneider. Till next time, Lord keeping me around. Lord keeping you around. Lord willing and tarrying. God bless. Have a good night.